Welcome to the MANA presentation on developing new markets with professional manufacturers representatives. Hiring a manufacturer's representative to develop a new market is very different from hiring a manufacturer's representative to grow sales in a market where you already have some existing business. The reason that developing a new market differs from developing a market where there is existing business is that it takes far more time and effort to establish a new product or service than it takes to grow sales of an established product. These products usually are in the infancy of their product life cycle, and more time and effort equals more cost on the part of manufacturer's representative. Put yourself in a manufacturer's representative's shoes. He or she earns a steady flow of commissions by helping customers buy market-accepted products. Why should that manufacturer's representative take time away from activities that earn a steady flow of commission to instead fight the uphill battle of trying to create acceptance for an unknown product for which any prospective commission is uncertain and very long-term? Manufacturers' representatives have nothing to sell but their time, so they naturally attempt to maximize the return on the time they spend. They naturally focus where the potential for return is highest, and developing markets for new products or services does not offer good returns unless manufacturers intervene to create acceptable returns. Why do manufacturers need to intervene? Because developing new markets usually create commissionable sales slowly, and sometimes creates no commissions at all. Experienced manufacturers' representatives know that it may take a year to start the flow of orders for missionary products. And what if the manufacturer decides or has to pull out of the market before the manufacturer's representative starts to get returns on the time he or she has spent? The risk is significantly higher when a manufacturer's representative takes on a missionary line. Fortunately, there is a solution for manufacturers who need manufacturers' representatives to take on missionary products. If the issue is that the manufacturer's representatives value their time in front of customers, some manufacturers have offered to compensate the representatives for the extra time they spend developing the new products. Offering manufacturers' representatives market development fees has made sense to many manufacturers who need a manufacturer's representative to pioneer their product lines, and the successes of this system have been repeated time and time again. How do you determine the fee amount? Together, the manufacturer and the manufacturer's representative come up with a good faith estimate of the cost to develop the market. Manufacturers' representatives know the cost of their time and can estimate how many sales calls it will take to develop the market, so it's simple math to estimate the cost to develop this new market. The estimated sales cycle can often give you a time frame for the payment of the market development fee. In many cases, then the manufacturer and manufacturer's representative then split the cost in half, with the manufacturer providing a monthly stipend and the manufacturer's rep providing sales calls for an agreed-upon period, often 1 year. In exchange for the market development fee, the manufacturer's representative should agree to provide the manufacturer with progress reports that provide important and relevant information about the manufacturer's representative's efforts in the territory. The other thing manufacturers do to encourage manufacturers' representatives to take on these pioneering lines is to structure the agreements to include an initial term, during which time the only basis for termination is for cause, such as bankruptcy or fraud. This gives the manufacturer's representative assurance they have a good opportunity to get a return on their investment. Longer post-termination clauses are also incentive. Because this system has proven so successful, offering manufacturers' representatives market development fees has become common practice. But you may ask, can't I find a rep who will pioneer my line without a market development fee? Yes, you can, but often you will get what you pay for. The most professional manufacturers' representative companies will be the most effective in helping your product or service break into a new market. And because the most professional manufacturers' representative are in great demand, they are the least likely to take on a pioneering line that may not offer a reasonable return on their efforts. We often refer to such manufacturers' representatives as business people in sales. Manufacturers' representatives who are not business people in sales are often referred to as salespeople in business. Salespeople in business may be willing to roll the dice and take on a product that may never produce a reasonable return, but they often are not as effective as business people in sales. Your goal is to connect with the most professional manufacturer's representative that's willing to work with you, because the more professional they are, the more they sell for you. The manufacturer's representative's goal is to represent the highest quality manufacturers willing to sign them up. When you offer professional manufacturers' representatives a market development fee, you send them a signal you understand how to partner with them. you come across as a quality, professional manufacturer. Yes, you can probably find a manufacturer's representative willing to take on your pioneering line without a market development fee, but ask yourself, wouldn't I get better sales results with a professional business person than someone who may just throw my product and others up against the wall to see which will stick? Look at the market development fee as an investment, one that creates a substantial return and helps you develop a relationship with a manufacturer's rep who will be with you for the long term. By offering a market development fee, you sign up professional manufacturers' representatives that will significantly outsell those who will take a pioneering line without a fee. MANA's goal is to help both manufacturers and manufacturers' representatives create long-term and mutually profitable relationships. Teaching you about this way to partner with your manufacturer's representatives helps fulfill the goal. By the way, we also want to point out that a market development fee is still a great bargain when you compare it with the cost of a good direct salesperson. To learn more about developing new markets with professional field sales representatives, please log in to the member area of the MANA website and look for the blue button that says Steps to Being a Quality Principal. Click on the button and then on Step 8 that says Develop Missionary Territories. We also recommend you check out the resources for the other 7 steps in the program. We designed these to help manufacturers learn the effective way to create long-term and mutually profitable relationships with their manufacturers' representative networks. We also recommend you check out the resources for the other 7 steps in the program. We designed these to help manufacturers learn the effective way to create long-term and mutually profitable relationships with their manufacturers' representative networks. We hope you have found this presentation helpful. If you have any questions, please call the MANA office at 877-626-2776.